Think we're live, right? Yeah, we're good. Yo, yo, yo. My live chat's not popping up, so I don't know if I can see you guys. Yo, yo, yo. How are we doing? If you're tuning in, do let me know if I sound alright. How are we doing? Okay. Hello, hello. What we got in here? If you so wish, feel free to just pop any questions in the chat. I will do my very best to answer. Gonna create a post right now. Hello, hello. Alright, I've just put a community tab post out. So hopefully we get some people jumping in here. We had a good chat the other day with some people, whoever was in there. Maybe I'm on at the wrong time. How are we doing? Yo, yo, yo. Change that. Who are we going now? I don't know if there's a delay on the chat for when somebody types in because we've had issues with that, so. Oh, we got some people coming in. There we go. That's more like it. Say hello if you like. Answer any of your questions. I'll do my very best to do so anyway. Here we go. People flowing in now. Come on. Let's get those numbers up. Let's go. How are we all? I'm trying to get my live chat to show up through OBS, but it's not for some reason. So I'm working on it. If you can, if you're jumping in, liking the stream would help a lot. So I'd love if you did that. Hello, hello. Got some people jumping in now. How are we? Come on, let's get some people in here. Need some traction. Thank you for tuning in if you are. Always appreciate it. Here we go, there's 5 people now. We're up in the numbers. Let me know your thoughts. What we got? Cards coming up, 294. I want to hear all of it. What's good, Hank? How you doing, man? Thank you. Hopefully the delay's not too bad, because on terms of the stream, because I've been trying to fix that. Thank you. I made that myself. I know the green screen's a bit shoddy, but we're working on it. Pony, what's good, man? How you doing? 1v1? What do you mean 1v1? What exactly are you talking about? Let me know if the audio's okay as well, guys. I'm working on it. This is only my 3rd stream, so audio, video, all that jazz. I know it's not 100%, so I'm not sure. You're not sure. Okay, that's good. Yeah, anything MMA. I mean, to be honest, anything. I'm down to talk about anything. But MMA, I want to know what you got, what your hot takes, what you got. Lovely, sounds good. Thought you played the UFC game. Oh, you mean I used to? Hamzat slams Paulo Costa. I am inclined to agree. That's what I'm thinking right now. I mean, I'd love Paulo to win just for the meme factor because he's he's a crazy guy. But yeah, I think Hamzat's probably gonna take him down, and I think it's gonna be a long night for Paulo. 5 for fight should be good. Amped up yesterday. The rest, yeah, he's legit, man. Joe Pfeiffer, put your money on him if you can. He's legit. He'll go far. We were actually talking about that. Me and Will, my co-host on MMA Creators podcast. We were just talking about how good he is. I want Costa, but Hamzat is too savage. Yeah, man, he's a killer. Yoel did not wrestle Paulo, so we don't know his wrestling ability. Well, Yoel kind of doesn't use his wrestling, does he? He kind of just likes to stand up. So I don't know. I mean, that fight's incredible, though. Bellator goes under. Is Usman Nurmagomedov getting poached by the UFC? That's an interesting point. I don't know. I mean, I know they're like linking up with PFL or something. I've heard some ins and outs of it, but I don't actually know. That would be interesting, though. I'd like to see that happen. Hamzat looking shredded? Yeah, man. Will I keep it up with Bellator 300? No, probably not. I'm not huge on Bellator, but I do know about Usman Nurmagomedov. But no, Bellator's not really my shtick. I'm a fan of PFL, though. Lots of bets on Charles Oliveira, though. Yeah, it's a risky one, isn't it? I mean, every time people write him off and then he comes out and wins, but he did lose to Islam, so we'll see. I'd love him to win. UFO, what's good, my man? He hit it so good, like I'm Leo. Yeah, man. I don't know. I can't tell you why. My streams and content are just that premium, man. I'm joking. He can't use wrestling because that's an emoji in the way. Hang on. His neck's broken? Huh. Who? Wait, Costa said that or Yoel? Oh, in that fight? Yeah, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't expect him to wrestle half the time anyway. Half the time he wrestles, he just flies in, and then there's a big-ass scramble because he's explosive as hell. And then it just goes back to stand-up. And then he just tends to knock a guy out with a flying knee or something like that. As soon as it reaches the third round. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. It's always good to have people in there. Recognizing some of you becoming regulars of the stream, if we want to call it that, even though this is number 3. Hey man, your Mythical Fighters videos are great watch. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed them. I hope they would do well, because I thought people had done them before, right? Kind of been a bit iffy. And I was like, you know, I can give it a crack, and we'll see how it goes. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. Thank you. And thank you for tuning into the stream as well. Do you see Lucas Tracy as an inspiration and role model? I like his video ideas. I don't obviously, the way I do my videos is different, but I'm in his chat quite a lot, so usually find me in there. But yeah, I like what he does. He's doing all the good things in the space, really. Sorry for the green screen. It's acting up right now, I know. Yeah, was actually one of the best wrestlers, like 1%, but his neck had surgery, so he prefers stand up. Yeah, I mean, he was Olympic silver medalist, I believe. Family enjoyed the Mythical series as well. Damn, you got the whole family watching. You better have had like your grandma tuning in, man. That would have been I wouldn't be opposed to that. If you can, by the way, press like on the stream. That means we'll get some more people in there. Pop up on more people's feeds. Get more people commenting. Have a lovely little conversation in there. So that would go far. You don't have to, of course. I'm not forcing no one. Indeed, yeah. Green screen is fine. Maybe, nah, man. You gotta stop asking me to do that. It's not happening. It's not happening. Maybe if it hit 100k subs, I'll do it like MMA Guru does the beanie. Maybe I'll do that. Already done. Thank you, my man. I appreciate it. You know, in the future, hopefully we'll have hundreds of people in here. Early steps, guys. Baby steps. I'm glad you're here. You're here at the start of the journey. We're only a year in. Hopefully down the line we'll have a big community. Tony versus Paddy, is that concrete for now? Yeah, it is. They've announced it. Paddy actually, I know I've mentioned it a million times. Paddy commented on my recent video, and then I did a video on Paddy versus Tony the other week, and he commented on that as well, and I was kind of just flaming him the whole time, so I felt a bit bad. But no, that is confirmed for 296 at the end of the year. Weight difference, Tony's like a lightweight while Paddy's a little lower. Huh. Well, maybe I'm maybe in just size, but they both fire 155. Audio sounds a bit robotic. Just me. I hope that's just you. I heard other people say it was fine, so let me know. I mean, the rest of you guys in there, let me know how that sounds. I hope it's okay. Because I mean, the mic should be fine. So yeah, little by little, man. Baby steps, as I said. Yeah, hopefully the audio's okay. A little bit robotic? Okay. That's not good. How are we... Okay, actually, let me listen to it back. Hang on. Yeah, hopefully the audio's okay. Oh, it is robotic, yeah. Fight I'm most excited for this year. I like Stipe Jones. I'm looking forward to 294. I'm just gonna try and fix the mic very quickly because it's not doing what I want it to do right now. Sounds very strange. $70 kg and 71 kg paddy, huh? Guru's chat when you've got 550 people now looking. Yeah, man. This is what I mean. Start the journey and you're here. I won't forget. Trust me, I will not. I'm just going to unplug this. Give me a second, guys. Yep, there we go. Tell me how this sounds when this pops up. Stipe Jones would be crazy. The only two men to beat DC. Yeah, I know it's because, I mean, Stipe's a little bit behind, but... Thoughts on Drickus versus Strickland? Yeah, Drickus for me. Drickus Duplessis. I think the wrestling's going to be big. Sprino, what's up, man? No audio. Is it good now? All good? Okay, cool. Give me edit that I can make on? Oh, you want me to say one? Okay. Oh, I like this. Okay. Is that it? You want me to say like a name of somebody and then you do an edit? Is that what you're talking about? I'm assuming so. There's a little bit of a delay on the stream, so I'm trying. Robotic again? Oh my god. This is so stupid. I'm trying, I'm assuming so. There's a little bit of a delay on the stream. Oh, hang on a minute. Right, how's that? Okay, well, I'll give it a minute. I'm trying, guys. Do an edit on, if you can still hear me. Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards. Hopefully that's good enough for you right there. Right, how's that? Yeah, there we go. I fixed it. Nice. I'm trying, guys. If you can still hear me. Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards. Good job. We fixed it, guys. We did it. For some reason, I had two mic tabs on OBS popped up, so it was overlaying each other, so it was actually just fine. Yeah, Leon Edwards, man. Leon Edwards. Yeah, the delay's not too bad, right? I hope it's okay. I don't know if there's any way I can shorten it or something. Because I know on some streams you just type and then people are responding straight away. It might be because I'm doing it through OBS. I don't know. Again, learning experience for me, guys. I'm trying. I'm glad you're here with me. Make an edit. Yeah, make an edit, man. I'll look forward to it. You can post it on YouTube? I'll give you a sub if you are. Leon, one kick man Edwards. We can't disrespect Leon like that. Well, I mean, if that's what you're saying, all he's worth. Leon Edwards is the guy, man. 4 seconds, nothing huge. Okay. I'll take that for now. If there's any way I can shorten that, I will, because I want it to be as present as possible, you know? Okay. Yeah, cool. I'll give you a sub screen. For some reason, it annoys me. I'll tell you what annoys me on YouTube, how you can't just click on someone's channel in a live chat. You can't do it. All right, I'll sub you, man. Any big projects being worked on at the moment? Yeah, I've got a MMA curses video. That'll be out tomorrow. And then next week, I don't know. I'm changing my workflow actually. So instead of doing an unscripted video on Tuesdays, which is a shorter one, I'm doubling it. So I'm doing 2 scripted videos a week now, both 8 minutes long, odd, maybe longer. I don't know. So more work to do. So I've got that one coming up on Friday, and I've got ideas for next week, but nothing concrete. So I don't want to. I've also got some stuff written on the backlog, but I just haven't got around to it yet. And I've got a Charles Oliveira documentary I've had written for ages. I just haven't done it because I didn't feel like it's the right time, and I didn't really feel like editing it, so I haven't. When am I live till? Whenever I feel like it. I don't know. No respect, however. Oh, can get how it comes across. Yeah, no. Leon Edwards is the guy. I'm a big Leon Edwards defender. I'm not a huge. I don't really have like a tribal thing towards most fighters, but Leon Edwards is a guy I've backed for a while, so I kind of can't help it. But yeah, stay tuned for the video tomorrow. It'll be fun. Similar sort of format to the mythical one, so that'll be cool. But we got some other stuff planned. And if you've got any ideas, please throw them in here. I'm always looking for new ideas. So if you guys have got anything you want to see, I'll write it down. I'll add it to a little short list that I've got going. Sorry from Bob in my head. I've got my tunes on, so got my music. I don't know. You guys can't hear that, right? I don't know. I don't think you can. Should just be my microphone. I hope so. Yeah, we had a good little chat on here the other day. For those who was in it, Leon Cage grab Edwards. Yeah. No. To be fair, the cage grab was a bit out of pocket. It was. I was there. I was there, and I was like, I was so convinced Leon was gonna win. Right, I had money down, and I was like, the atmosphere was crazy. And then as soon as he grabbed the cage, I was like, oh no, don't throw this away, because this fight was only gonna go one way if he just did it how he should have done it. And that point taken, I was like, man, the judges might fuck him over. But you don't like him? I think he's hard not to like. Like, sure, he's not the most charismatic guy, and on the mic, he's a bit... Nah, Usman... deserved it? Deserved to win or lose? I don't know, man. You better not say Usman deserved to win. I can't agree with you there. I mean, Leon's the guy. Oh, he didn't deserve it. Okay. Oh, the cage grab. Yeah, no, fair enough. Usman did deserve the takedown. Yeah, no, I mean, the point deduction was valid. I think it was just stupid on Leon's part, you know, because he was winning that fight. He was going to win that fight anyway, and he'd proven more than enough that he was able to get up, even if Usman was taking him down anyway. So, I mean, it's just an instinctual thing. So I can't be too mad about it. Usman fakes nut shots all the time. He does, man. He did it against Leon twice, actually. There was one legit one in there, and then he faked it twice, and he did it against Colby as well. It's a little bit dirty, but, like, I don't blame him. It's kind of smart. Conor McGregor deserved it. What, deserved losing or deserved... I mean, if that's what you mean, then I agree. I think Conor McGregor's completely washed. I don't think that's a hot take either. I think Conor McGregor is one of the most washed fighters there is right now. In his prime, obviously good, but he hasn't been good since Eddie Alvarez. That was the last, like, really good performance he put in, if you ask me. Deserves the title shot now, man. Come on. Then the thing is, the UFC will probably give it to him. Do I watch anime? No. I mean, I've watched like one anime ever, and that was like the Cyberpunk Edge Runners one on Netflix, which is really, really good. But no, I'm not an anime guy personally. Sorry if you are. I like Leon a little bit. I just can't find myself loving him just yet. Yeah, I mean, I have an inherent bias because I'm English, so it's kind of intrinsic, considering we don't have a huge amount of English fighters. But that is growing. That's a growing number. But yeah, no, I can understand it. He doesn't talk much on the mic. He's not, you know, He's not Colby on the mic, put it that way. But he does his work in the cage, and I think that's, at the end of the day, that's what matters, right? That's a lot of skulls, man. That's a lot of skulls. I'm kind of excited to see that edit if you do make it, though. Only Leon fights I've watched are Leon Usman 2-3, both of which he grabbed the fence. Did he grab the fence in the second one? I don't remember that. I know Usman was grabbing his glove or something as well. I don't know. Ian Gary, future champ. Yeah, I like him. I think he gets way too much hate. I don't think he's a Conor clone, per se. But I think, again, he does his work in the cage and he does it well. He's a bit of a showman, but, you know, he's got people talking about him. He's doing all the right things. Future champ, I don't know. He did get clipped. He got dropped in not his last fight, but the one before, if I'm not mistaken. Just needs to iron up the tools a little bit, and I'd like to see his wrestling defense a bit more. Good fighter, though. I can definitely see him cracking the top 5. We'll see. I mean, I personally, I like him, and I did a video on him. It didn't do that well, but that's besides the point. But I just had a load of Conor McGregor fans in my chat, man, just screaming down the mic. I said this the other day. McGregor fans and Khabib fans are the two worst. They're just as bad as each other. Or Makhachev fans, but I kind of couple them and Khabib together because they're just so annoying. You breathe their name in for like 5 seconds in a video, and you've got an army of angry fans just, you know, getting mad at you, even though the video's not even about them, and you just drop their name as a reference point, and they don't shut up. So I don't like talking about them too much in my videos, but you know, I say that I've got a thumbnail with Conor on it coming up down the line, which I made just to do with weight cuts. Bit of a sneak peek there. Down the line, maybe a couple weeks, I'll make that video on weight cuts. Connor's the GOAT. Don't argue with me. All right, yeah, or I'll get Conor. Yeah, it's literally those guys. It's always those guys. It's the same with Khabib. Like, oh, he smashed your guy. It's as if I'm like a massive fan of like Charles Oliveira, which I am. I'm a fan of Charles, but like I'm not like a ride or die sort of fan. Favorite top 3 fighters? That's a good question. Recently, I'm not gonna lie, DJ's cracked the top 3. I just love how he carries himself. I watched the way he fought in that BJJ tournament he did, where he just pulled up and won IBJJF like a gold medal, like it was nothing. Just a sound dude. When I think of favorite fight, I think of inside and outside the cage, just everything, right? And he's probably in the top 3 now. I've always been a big fan of Valentina, just because how she fights. I think she's like technically one of the best. She's just she puts strike in and her grappling together. In her prime, she was unbelievable. And she carries herself well outside the cage, generally speaking. So, but number 1, Aspinall. Tom Aspinall is I've been backing that guy for ages. So I love the way he carries himself. I think the way he fights is just, he moves like a welterweight at 260 pounds. He's just getting better and better. A humble guy. I've watched him fight live as well. It kind of just, yeah, definitely Tom Aspinall. But my mouse is in top tier. My mouse encompasses what it means to be a champion, right? That's the way I see it. I think he carries himself perfectly, and he's got disrespected far too much. So it's a shame how UFC treated him. I hope he's making bank now in 1, I hope. Obviously, he's got his YouTube as well. He streams. There's the video of him, I think it's real, of him just streaming, and then he just goes off like USADA pull up and does a USADA test. And there's another time where he goes off and just goes and defends his belt and then comes back and he's streaming later that day. I could be wrong, but I think that's true. Aspinall versus Gant, I'd love it, but Gant's ducking him. Which is a shame, because Aspinall, I think, dog walks him. But if it means Aspinall gets a title shot, then I'm not mad. Conor, fuck, this little emoji icon is blocking the chat. Conor, Dana, and Hamza. Yeah, that's a triple threat right there. Yeah, I lost a lot of respect for Hamza after the whole weight cut thing. Obviously, I don't know the ins and outs, and none of us do. We're fans at the end of the day. We're fight fans, but I didn't like the way he carried himself there. Thoughts on Jiri Alex? Yeah. It's a matchup, isn't it? It's wild. Jiri is one of the most crazy guys inside of the cage, but he's just so unorthodox. He's so difficult to deal with. But I think Alex will make good work of him. I think Alex will it's on the feet. That's where it is. There's nothing to suggest that Jiri's grappling is anything elite level. And Alex's striking is these little, everyone knows how good that is. So I think Alex will probably take him to school a little bit. If he's able to keep his composure, really last the 3 rounds. Oh wait, no, it's 5, isn't it? It's for the belt. That's interesting because Jury's got quite good cardio, and Alex hasn't really. I mean, he did get pushed that far, but it's a stylistic thing, isn't it? How do you even predict that fight when any Jury Prochazka fight, you can't predict it. Excited for light heavyweight now? Yeah, it's growing, isn't it? It was in a really shit period for a while with Jones as champ. No offense, but it was just kind of a bit. None of the contenders were crazy high level, but we've got a lot of good guys coming in. It's a shame that Paul Craig actually dropped down because, I mean, it's good for him, but I'm quite sad he dropped from light heavyweight because he was always one of the more exciting fighters up there. In a division there's very little of. So yeah, I don't hate it. I'm growing to like light heavyweight. It's definitely still my least favorite though. I think all the other divisions are so much more fun and in depth. All of them are good. Yeah. Shout out flyweight. We said this the other day, me and Will. The flyweight division is that division. And normalize flyweight main events. That's what we say because there's so much fun. You got guys like Pantoja, but Moreno was one of the fight of the years, man. It's crazy. Like, we need more of that, right? Full stop there to remove the emoji. Yeah, smart. Strategic. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, flyweight, the more flyweight fights, the better, I think. I think it's such a growing division. To think they nearly got rid of it when DJ was about to vacate and move to 1. Well, the trade-off, Crazy. They nearly got rid of flyweight division. Imagine we wouldn't even have Moreno Figueiredo. The quadrilogy. We wouldn't have that. It's crazy how things work in this game. Yeah. I love Jury so much, so I might be biased. Jury's got hit less and less of each fight he's had in the UFC. Round 4 TKO. That's bold, man. That's bold. I like it though. You gotta go with your heart, man. I mean, if I'm betting, I don't go with my heart, but when Bruce Buffer's reading out the names, I'm definitely going with my heart. Yeah, I mean, he got rocked pretty bad against Glover, didn't he? So I don't know. Glover, I know I hate to do MMA math, but if Glover can catch him, right, then it's... First fight Jerry had in UFC, got clocked multiple times. Was that against Ozdemir, or was that his one after? He didn't have that many fights, did he? Because he's already had a lot of hype around him. Game will be different without Bruce Buffer, man. Same for Rogan. Yeah, I agree with Buffer. I don't really agree with Rogan. I think we don't need Rogan anymore. I think the guys we have on the booth now have already kind of surpassed him. Like... I don't miss Joe Rogan personally. Buffer I will miss. Buffer's irreplaceable. Like, it's not the same when you got like Joe Martinez in there. Like, respect him, but he's not Bruce Buffer. Like, Rogan, we can go without. Like, John Anik, Paul Felder, Bisping, all those guys, they do a really good job. Especially John Anik. Shout out John Anik. I'm trying to get him on the pod. Down the line, of course. Obviously, we're not big enough there, but I will get John Anik on the pod. So if you see that one day... You'll know we got there. The voice has just been there since 2010 for you. Yeah, I get that. I get there's like a sentimental value, right? The day John goes is over. Yeah, man. If we look, John Anik he's the guy, man. It's kind of crazy how he sort of evolved into that role so quickly, right? Because obviously Goldberg left, and there was a bit of that void, and then John Anik just so good, man. I met him at 286 very briefly, and I kind of panicked because he was running past. He was about to go on air, and I just shouted John at him, and then he said "yo" in like the most John Anik voice ever, and it kind of sounded weird because it sounded like he was on commentary, but then you realize that's literally just his voice. So it was kind of a weird one, but yeah, he's a legend, man. Already, he's just such an iconic part of the sport now. He's kind of on that Buffer level of just. When you think UFC voices, you think him and you think Buffer. Great at the press conferences, manages it well. First time with that Dana up there, it was disappointing, but Anik carries. Yeah, man. For sure. I mean, he brings it. At 286, when he was shouting, screaming about London and all that, it was great. It hyped me up, man. He's really good. He really is that guy. Have you seen that video of him falling off the chair? He's on like an interview or a podcast or something, and he falls off his chair. It's hilarious. Yeah, it broke. Yeah, shout out John Anik. Yeah, as I said, hopefully down the line we'll get him on. And we've got a lot of big plans for our podcast, actually. Me and Will from Casual's Corner. A lot of cool stuff happening there, man. A lot of cool stuff. So, obviously, we had Jack Shaw on. That was our first guest. We did add another one. We had another guest on, but we had to scrap it due to just like reasons on the guest end. I can't get into it, but nothing bad. But we couldn't air that, which is a shame because it was quite fun. And then we also we've been looking at other guys on. I know I don't want to talk too much about who we've been looking at, but and who we've been talking to. But a lot of cool stuff happening. What do you think about all the champs chasing double champ status? I feel like a champ needs 3 defenses before they challenge. How do you feel? Yeah, I'm sort of with you there. I don't like it when it kind of the problem with super fights like that and when champs move up is when you do it too much, it just completely stagnates the divisions that the 2 champs are fighting in because it holds everything up completely, man. So I like times like Islam Volk and versus Volk. That's when it's perfect because you've got the 2 guys who are clearly the best in the division by a mile. So it works there. But after that, it's like, what's the point? We don't need like, is he moving up for the light heavyweight? No, it's stupid. And sure, it's cool for marketing purposes when you've got a double champ if they end up pulling it off. But in terms of keeping the divisions moving, which at the end of the day is what we want in this sport, we want it to keep fresh. Yeah, it doesn't help that. So yeah, I know I'm completely with you. Completely with you, Swab. I mean, it's as I said, it's fun sparingly, you know. In times it does work. Like Volkanovski Islam, as I said, is probably the best example they've done of it. I think that's like the perfect time to do it. 4 simultaneous, yeah. It's I should test my knowledge here. I know this. Nunes, McGregor, Cejudo, and DC. That's it, isn't it? Yeah, I hope Volk gets the 5th as well. I mean, I don't think he won that fight in the first one, but I'm sure they'll do the rematch because he definitely deserves it. The fight was close. Close but clear. I think that's the way I'd put it. I never really understood the hype around people saying Volk was robbed. I think that word gets thrown around way too much, right? But, yeah, he's earned his shot. I mean, well, I don't know. If he beats Tapori, then yeah. But we'll have to see. If he doesn't do that, then it's like, maybe we lose that fight. Do you think there should have been a rematch or was Charles deserving? Nah, Charles is deserving. I mean, he had a long reign. Let's be real. If you count Gaethje's fight as a title defense, which most people do, right? And he beat Dariush, who's an absolute killer. So yeah, I think he deserves it. I think for a champ with that level of a reign, he like one win is enough to get a shot back for sure. There's a lot of guys who don't deserve shots that get them, but Charles is not one of them for sure. He deserves it. Yeah, it's nice to have this. I know this is a bit weird, but it's nice to have this break from MMA a little bit. I don't know how you guys feel about that. I meant he earned his first attempt. Have him right as a contender first now. How do you mean? Oh, I think he earned his first attempt. Are you talking about Volk or are you talking about Charles? Because, yeah, Volk, I think he needs maybe a couple more fights. Charles deserves his shot for sure. And he deserved his first attempt as well. I don't know which one you're referring, but I'll just cover both bases there. Hope you guys like the thumbnail as well, by the way. Hate to cook Usman like that, but it's too funny of a picture not to have as the thumbnail for today. What's light heavyweight's current champ? It's vacant. Yeah, it's vacant, man. We got Prohashka versus Alex Pereira fighting for it. In fact, it's been vacant. Maybe no. Is it the light heavyweight belt that's been vacant? Yeah, it's been vacated like 4 times or something. It's crazy. It's always vacant. Because obviously Jamal Hill vacated, Prohashka vacated, Jones vacated. I believe there's one more, but correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, yeah, it's it's crazy. Yeah, it's 3 vacations I think out of the last 3 champs, which is wild. And I actually respect Jamal and Prohashka in particular for doing that, right? Because it keeps the division moving. As I said, that's what we were talking about with the double champ stuff. It holds the divisions up. You vacate the belt, it doesn't happen. So, you know, the division just keeps moving. Oh, that's right. No, it was Ankalaev versus Blachowicz. It was a draw, so the belt remained vacant. So we still didn't have a champ. Crazy, isn't it? That's why we love the sport, though. Crazy. You know, who thinks that's going to happen? And then it does, right? Can't count anything out in this game. That's why we watch it. You've made the edit. I'm quite excited. What did you make it on exactly? You guys don't know fighting. It's hard to talk to you guys about fighting. Like, John Jones sucks. What does he suck at? Everything. Bro, yeah, I don't know, man. Jones is, in terms of actually, like, I don't know. In terms of just a pure fighter, John Jones is that guy, right? But as a champion, I feel like to be a good champion, I don't know if your comment's like satire or what, but just as my personal take, like, as a champion, I think you have to carry yourself inside and out of the cage, right? And I don't think John Jones does that. So for me, he's not a good champion. That's the way I see it. I mean, if you're talking strictly inside the cage, of course, I think that needs, I don't need to say otherwise. Of course, he's incredible, but as a human being as well, I think that's important. That's why I love DJ so much, and GSP in particular, because I think they carry themselves perfectly. You're uploading it? Okay. I'm curious about this, man. This is going to be interesting. That's what Dylan Dennis said? Yeah. Oh, did he say that? Yeah. Don't take whatever Dylan Dennis says with any sort of sense of, you know, seriousness. I think Volk is a great champ. Who doesn't, man? Yeah, perfect example. If we're talking about present day, Hank, that's a great example. Volk carries himself perfectly. He's active inside the cage. He puts on dominant performances, but outside the octagon, he is a role model. He's good on the mic. He's respectful, and he carries, even in the losses, he carries himself well. Yeah, I mean, he's the guy. I love Volkanovski. Actually, yeah, I changed that. Whoever said it was the top 3 fighters ever, Volk's in there. Take Shevchenko out, put Volk in number 2. Forgot about Volk. How did I forget about Volk like that? Shocking from me. Yeah, DJ, Volk, and Aspinall. They're my top 3 for sure. What about you guys though? What are your goats? Well, not goats, rather, you know, favorite fighters. Bold Volk, huge Bold Volkers unit, yeah, man. When he dump tackled, yeah, man, that kind of scared me, and I was just watching it. I felt like I was in there. If Volk gets another defense or 2, he gets into the GOAT discussion. So, oh, man, yeah, he already is in the discussion. I know. The thing is, it's not just about the number of defenses. It's about the caliber of competition too, right? So, and I think the guys Volk has fought in comparison to some other ones in the GOAT conversations, it's levels above, man. Volk is that guy. I think Topuria is going to be his hardest challenge in a while. But, yeah, I'm honestly, I said this before. We said this on our podcast a while back, a couple months ago, after he beat Yair. We said, just enjoy him while he's here, right? Because, you know, when he's gone, we're all going to miss him. And I think that's the case. Okay, Sprina, I'm going to have a look at it in a second. I just want to see if I can maybe get it up on here, but I don't know if I can. I'll have to try that for next time, but I can watch it now. You uploaded it onto YouTube. It hasn't shown up for me yet, so... Oh, there we go. I know you guys can't see it, but you can check out my channel. I wish I could get it up. That's cold, man. That's cold. I'm not an anime guy, but it's sick as hell. Yo, Reply. What's up, man? That's cool edit, bro. I can't hate on Leon Edwards. I can't never hate on a Leon Edwards edit, man. Never. How you doing, Reply? What's going on? It's just bad. Nah, man. It's not bad. No, it ain't bad. It's a good edit. Better than I could do. I couldn't do that. My edits are pretty functional, man. Autistic Pineapple, what's up, man? Good to see you again. Boxing's undefeated hype. Removing MMA records. Yeah. People praise Khabib for being undefeated. He fought 4 or 5 people that I can actually recognize as a casual. Yeah, I mean, boxing, I shout out TJ Loves Fights. He did a really good video on that, actually. I think just the culture around being undefeated in boxing means a lot more than it does in MMA. But I think that's kind of a good thing, though, because in boxing, you lose and then your stock is just destroyed. In MMA, you can lose and people still regard you as one of the best. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So I don't think that's a... I think it's almost a good thing, because I think boxing is a really toxic culture. Yeah, good to see you guys in the chat. How you guys doing? Hopefully my lighting's a little bit better. I've got like an extra light set up. I'm trying not to blind myself right now. I know it's not perfect. I've been looking at cameras today. So hopefully down the line, maybe in a couple weeks, we'll have a crisp image of yours truly on the screen. But we'll see. At the moment, I'm using a crusty Logitech webcam, and I know it's not great, but we make do. Boxing and kickboxing are known for padding their records. Yeah, I don't know about kickboxing in particular, but boxing for sure. Boxing is rampant with it, man. Rampant. I mean, go look at... I mean, it's just kind of the culture. It's how it is. You fight journeymen and guys who are just paid to just go in there and get battered, basically. And that tends to be the filled-up records of early guys. I don't know. I'm bored. I'm sorry about that, man. I'm hoping I can entertain you. I'm doing my best. If you have any of you have any ideas for stream stuff, ideas you want to do, stuff I can interact with you guys with, you know, that'd be great. So it's hard to think of. I would say Stipe, Tony, and Mirko Krokop. Oh, Krokop, man. I obviously it's before my time, but whenever I think of Krokop, I think of Gonzaga, that Gonzaga head kick where he just folds him. And he did what Krokop did to so many other people. Yeah, Stipe I love as well. Tony too. Crazy guy. Give me your ideas for edits. Tom Aspinall. Why not? We'll go for my favourite fighters. Top 5 boxers are all undefeated. Are they? Yeah, I guess they are, right? Tank Davis, he's undefeated. Correct. Fury's obviously undefeated. Canelo's not, though. Canelo's lost twice. Mayweather and... was it Bivol we lost to? Change the background to UFC Press. Yeah, I remembered you saying this, actually. And I was trying to set it up earlier. And I couldn't get it to work. I'm going to try now. Again. Just especially for you. So I'm going to have to... the image I was using was like really blurry and crap. So I'm going to try and find another one. To bear with me, yeah. Story during the time when he was at surgery was just inspiring. He wasn't even supposed to fight for like 9 months. Came back and he won against Pettis. Yeah, Tony. Yeah, that's a great fight as well. 229 co-main. Yeah, I mean, even that was still pretty, like, not prime Pettis, obviously, but a legit version of Pettis. So it was a tough fight. Tom Aspinall, bro. Not Thomas. Tom Aspinall. The heavyweight. Future heavyweight GOAT. And I will die on that hill. I'm trying to find like a close-up of the press conference desk right now. I've got an idea, actually. Because I'm going to get in the way of... I need to find one where I get one of Dana, but I'm like blocking him out of the way. Why do people meet you at the Dagestani fires? Kimso, what's good, my man? Good to see you, man. I think it's just a very tribalistic following out in generally Eastern Europe. Like you get a lot. I don't know. It's. I think because it's the culture of the sport, it's so big there. So you know these fans ride or die with the dudes that come out of there. So and yeah, because of wrestling, that's a good point. Atmosphere. Yeah, so probably a lot to do with that because obviously you know these guys come out of the womb and they're wrestling. So when they see one of their like you know fellow countrymen making it, it's a big deal, right? So I do get it, right? I do get it. I'm trying to find a good image at this damn press conference right now. Dominant martial art in the UFC. Yeah, it is. Obviously, it used to be jiu-jitsu, but I think last 10 years, man, it's all in wrestling. Right, I'm going to download. Okay, let's try this one. I'm doing my best. I'm going to try and load this up. Bisping, glad he got into classic. Yeah, man. I know he gets a lot of flack recently about his commentary and that, but nah, he's a legend of the game. Legend of the game. You can't disrespect Bisping like that. Times change with striking. You seen that with Kron Gracie's running the UFC. Yeah, who was it he fought in his last fight? He looked awful. He just sort of, I mean, he just no striking. Like, why? I don't know. All right, I'm gonna try this. Hang on, almost there. I'm so stretching over my keyboard here. Sorry if you can hear the keyboard as well. I know it's clickety as fuck, so I'm doing my best here. Okay. Hopefully I'm... Oh, it might be showing up now. Hang on. No. Oh, I've got the chroma key on. That's why. Hang on. Oh, it kind of stretches though. Hang on. I gotta block Dana. There we go. Oh my god, the green screen is awful. I'm trying though. Carl Swanson and Charles Jourdain. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Charles Jourdain just kind of played around with him, right? Always the monster ball. Yeah, I'm product. Yeah, the product placement. Change your haircut so my eyebrows are visible. Haircut's not great. I'm sorry, man. That's your opinion. I like my hair. I like my fringe, so I'm not changing it for you, man. I'm sorry. In India, it's 9 p.m. Some 11-year-old crossy dusty before you go to sleep, man. Go, man. Go out. Go get your sleep, man. Go get your sleep. I'm sorry you don't like the hair. I shampooed it this morning as well. Can't believe it. Do you have any must-watch fighters? O'Malley and Chimaev. Chimaev, not for me. O'Malley, yeah. I mean, who doesn't want to tune into O'Malley, really? Whether you like him or hate him, like on the mic or whatever, in the cage, he brings it, bro. Aspinall for me. I know I'm biased as hell. But Volkanovski, though, because I feel like when you're watching Volkanovski, that's just like appreciating greatness. Straight up. Like, that is just appreciating greatness. So, yeah. In terms of pure mixed martial arts, Volkanovski. TikTok haircut, lads, catch up. Oh, I don't know if I'd call it that. I hope not. I wish I had that hair. Thank you. I do look after it. It's a bit messy right now. I've been letting it grow a little bit too long. But we're growing. We're getting there. Change haircut or not does not matter. Your videos are awesome. Thank you. Oh, that, you know what? I will take that. I will take that all day. I'm glad you enjoy them. Plenty more to come. Your hair nice. You want to hide your big forehead. Great. Yeah, I do have a fairly large forehead. That's cool, though. That's cool. Listen, I let it grow. You know, normally it's a little bit shorter than this, but I've just been letting it go. Listen, the day my hairline starts to go back, I'm booking a one-way trip to Turkey. And I'm getting that transplant. Get it cheaper over there. I think my hair and my YouTube channel are probably the only things I truly care about. I mean, at least I'm not hiding it like Guru did. Up until 100,000 subscribers. Maybe 100k. I'll do it. I'll put a beanie on. Logan Paul hair. I sort of get what you're saying. In terms of like the fringe, right? But good night, Sprino, man. Have a good one. Not sure why you just bombarded me with the skull emojis, but each to their own. Most men have bigger foreheads, totally normal. Yeah, I mean, at least my hairline is not receding. So for me, that's an achievement. I mean, eventually it probably will, but you know, until then, I'm gonna ride with it. One of the things I hate most is crossover between boxing and UFC. Yeah, I mean, well, it's not something that's common, right? It's not like McGregor was. I mean, that McGregor Mayweather was a sort of one-off thing, right? Yeah, but I hopefully I agree with you in the sense like I don't want to see more of it. I I mean, in terms of, oh, you mean like the influencer stuff, right? Obviously, Tyron Woodley and all that, Bisping, Ben Askren. George, what's good, man? Yeah, box people never go to UFC. James Toney did back in the day, world heavyweight champion boxer, I believe, and he absolutely got dog walked. It was either Randy Couture or Mark Coleman. I can't remember which one. One of those two, just arm triangled in within like a minute. And that's why they don't go to the UFC, because they know they'd absolutely get leathered if it was in MMA. Yeah, how you doing, George? Good to see you tuning in. The green screen, like, sort of shimmer. It's annoying. OBS is chroma key. It's just really bad. It's really good in DaVinci, like, when I do it on the podcast. Then again, I do that manually and it's recorded, but it looks good. For some reason, whenever I try and do it through OBS, it's just not having it. If you continue with the same quality videos, your channel is guaranteed to reach at least 100k subs. That's the goal, man. I mean, well, we're looking further than that, but plenty of way to go. Obviously, we just hit 11k. We smashed through it, which is crazy. But it's just been over a year now, so it's been about a year and a week or so since I did my first video. So, you know, plenty of time. Have you ever watched Game Bread Bare Knuckle? If so, what do you think? No, I haven't watched it. Is it the same rule set as it's just like Bare Knuckle FC, or is it like a separate thing? I know obviously different promotions, but are the rules? But yeah, no, I don't know too much about the rules set. Mostly like Bare Knuckle. Yeah, I mean, I haven't tuned into it. I'm not really huge on Bare Knuckle in terms of I don't like. I mean, listen, I'm a fan of the fight game, but there's a line of like I feel like Bare Knuckle's just a bit stupid. And in terms of just violence, like I've seen some people's just teeth caved in, man. It's not. That's like, when will the casuals guide for the divisions continue? I don't know. So I've had a bantamweight one written for the women's one written for absolutely ages, and I kind of just haven't gotten around to doing it. And it was out of date by now. I wrote it before Nunes even retired and beat whoever it was. But I don't know. The last one didn't do too well, which is part of it. But also, in terms of if I wanted to go back around and do the divisions again, I'll probably do it next year. I might make it a yearly thing, because obviously it is out of date. The game's moving all the time. In fact, all those videos are pretty much out of date now. In fact, most of the champs that I say at the time were champs are no longer champs. And the divisions are all in completely different positions. So, I don't know. We'll see. In fact, all those videos are pretty much out of date now. Oh, you can hear my tunes, actually. Yeah, you can. I've turned them off now. I don't know why you can hear that. That's weird. Right about Bare Knuckle, I don't like it as much. Doesn't feel as much of a sport. Plus, Bare Knuckle FC fights don't last long. Most events are filler material. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with a lot of... When you get a lot of stuff, like a lot of other promotions, they kind of don't run it as cohesively as UFC. Like, UFC you can criticize in a lot of ways, but, you know, in terms of the way they run their events and they do things, they've got it on a lock, right? So you have to give them credit for that. Do you think Islam will get the welterweight title? If yes, how many titles? Well, I don't know, man. If Volk can batter him, obviously Volk is Volk. He's a different breed, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Islam move up in the future. But I don't know. I don't know whether he gets the belt or not. I think Leon gives him a hard time. I think Leon's just too big. Islam will in the future remain undefeated if he remains undefeated, but you can never say that lightly. Well, he's not undefeated. He got knocked out, didn't he? Way back in his UFC debut, I think it was. Got laid out by some guy who literally fell into obscurity after that. And that's how... shows you how crazy this game is. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, It's what I mean. This game's so unpredictable, you just don't know. Islam won't move up. I don't know, man. I don't know. You never know. This is what I mean. Oh, from now on, yeah, undefeated with the belt. Yeah, you can't say it lightly. I think Volt could definitely, if Volt makes the adjustments, I think he beats him in the rematch. So I don't know. Hang on, does that sound okay? I've just changed the mic input there. Does that sound okay? All right. Hopefully, you shouldn't be able to hear my music anymore. I can get quite distracted. A little bit of talk back and forth from him and Leon. Yeah. I don't know. I love that fight though. Am I breathable? Some may say yes. Some may say no. Leon just Leon just needs to motivate him, but then again, what do you even gain if you beat Islam if you're Leon? Well, yeah, that's the thing. Because if you're defending in a super fight, like a double champ fight, you have to feel bad for them a little bit because you're not really getting. It's just a defense for you. For them, it's everything. I mean, it is legacy at the same time. Like saying you could just beat Islam Makhachev that's a pretty big thing. Should it be something? It's low risk, high reward. Yeah, that's as I said. Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, I'm sure they get paid. I'm sure Makhachev got paid very heftily. Let's be real. Well, by UFC standards. We all know they don't pay enough. Oh, something just fell off my desk. This grain is annoying, man. I'm trying to honestly OBS. Their chroma key shit sucks. It's all down my lighting. Sorry, I couldn't donate because I'm in Iran, mate. You don't have to donate. I appreciate the sentiment completely, but that means a lot. Thank you. That's okay. Dana got paid. Yeah, Dana always gets paid. Yeah, thank you so much for that, though. Would have John had it? Yeah. I'm worried that's gonna happen. I've actually got a similar chair. It's one of those ones on sort of a wheel thing on strings. I'm worried if I lean back, I'm gonna fall and smash through my green screen. You never know, man. Sometimes you might just have a bad day, and that just happens. Volk is super skilled. Islam having a hard fight in Volk's home with a bad weight cut. Yeah, it's not a bad sign for Islam. I mean, I don't know. If they do that rematch, it's really close. Can I hit the gritty? I mean, you can't see my legs, so I can do that. Probably the closest thing. You can donate. I'll spend it all on Stellaris. Brilliant, mate. Brilliant. Wonder who else will be on 295. Who's on it right now? I just typed in 295 and it's come out with a bus route. Oh yeah, Jones Stipe. I'll have a look at the card. Oh yeah, it's great, isn't it? Diego Lopez, Pat Sabatini. That's a banger, by the way. You don't know, get to know. Diego Lopez is exciting as hell. I mean, yeah, Jiri and Alex and Jones Stipe kind of carry that card as is. That's a great card. Andrade and Mackenzie Dern, that's a good fight too, actually. Just my lighting, maybe I can just... Come on. God, this green screen grain is crazy. Oh, there's Dana. Oh, there you go. That's improved it a little bit. There we go. Sorry, Dana. There he is. He's sitting behind me, but you're not meant to know that. You're not meant to know that. Can the winner of Jiri and Alex beat Ankalaev? I think it's a tough ask for either of them, yeah. I don't know. Ankalaev is just that guy, man. His wrestling is scary. And he's pretty good on the feet too. Yeah, I don't know. I'm inclined to say no. Just because again, it's wrestling's king, right? Um, yeah, I'm inclined to say Ankalaev just beats both of them. But again, as I said, it's MMA. Just we don't know until it happens. And that's what keeps us watching. For some reason, the monetization on my live stream from yesterday just decided to put limited. I don't know why. Not that it really matters because obviously there's not enough people tuning in for me even to me make a penny. But really weird. Just I got limited ads on it for some reason. I was like, right, don't know why. Why don't more fighters get better at wrestling? Well, because it's a difficult thing to do, isn't it? I mean, a lot of them they train wrestling, but a lot of their training comes in terms of just defending the takedown, and to keep fights on the feet, which I kind of understand. But I mean, the guys like the Dagestani guys, they come out of the womb wrestling, as I said. So it's learning that from when you're in your 20s is difficult, and these guys have so much more experience on them. So it's better to just learn how to defend them rather than trying to take them in their own game. You're cool, man. Thank you. So are you, Ario Bazan, if I've got that name right. Sorry if I've mispronounced it, but thank you. As I said this the other week. Hopefully down the line, we're going to have hundreds of people in here. Getting away. With all of you lot. Remember, you guys were here from the start. It's my third stream. I won't forget. Don't worry. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff planned, as I said, on the podcast and on the channel. A lot of fun stuff. I'm very excited for just in particular this year coming, but like 2024, be big. Gonna be big for the channel and the community. A lot of cool stuff coming. I'm gonna just try and just up the workflow. Face reveal? Well, I mean, not technically. Like, you can find. I mean, I don't show my face in my videos, but on the podcast channel I do, which is linked in the channel. Like I don't know. I guess you could call it that. It's probably statistically a good chance this is the first time you see my face. So I guess you could call it that. But no, I mean, I never was hiding it. I just it was a case of my face was not needed in the videos. Same way fighting business doesn't include his, if you know what I mean. His channel. Okay, but why do most fighters train more jiu-jitsu than wrestling? I don't know if that's the case anymore. Maybe back in the day. I think wrestling is more prevalent than jiu-jitsu. I think jiu-jitsu fundamentals in terms of MMA grappling, like, fundamental chokes and stuff like that is important. Feet reveal. No. No. Not. No, guys. No, not all of you. No. I don't want anyone agreeing on that. 100k subs, maybe. Maybe 1 million, actually. 1 million and I'll do feet reveal. When MMA Guru hits 1 million, he should do a wheelchair review, but I don't think that's going to happen. Mythical commenters. Yeah, you'd be first on that list, Atmosphere. Don't worry. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Have some decency. Feet reveal. Honestly. Your mind's out the gutter. Shocking behaviour. And this lighting sort. Oh, there we go. Oh, beautiful. A little bit well lit, better lit now. Top 3 fights of the year contender so far. Shout out Jacob, how you doing, man? I don't know off the top of my head. Give me some lit names. Pantoja Moreno's in there. I like that Manel Cup recently, the other week. Manel Cup, Dos Santos, that was a great fight. Throw some fights at me and I'll see what comes to mind. So I'm bad with accents. Am I from UK or Australia? I'm from the UK. From London. Time to spawn 10 million alt accounts. You don't want to get my channel taken down for like botting or something. Is the stream lagging for anyone else? I hope not. Seems okay on my end. I'm watching it through like another tab as well, just so I can see the chat because for some reason it doesn't pop up on OBS anymore for me. Seems alright on my end. Hopefully, I mean, I say hopefully it's just you. I mean, I don't want anyone else to have a bad experience on the streams. Khabib is the worst fans, but yeah, I'm inclined to agree, man. Khabib or McGregor, they go hand in hand as just being annoying as hell. McGregor will return. I don't know. He talks a lot and doesn't actually do a lot. So I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when Bruce Buffer's reading his name out. And then the cage door shuts. That's when I'll believe McGregor's back in the cage. And when he does get back in the cage, if it does happen, I think he gets absolutely laid out by Michael Chandler. Islam lost to Volk? Yeah, no. My co-host Will, he said it best the other day. He said Volk won the fight, but not the competition, which I agree with. I think Volkanovski won the fight, quote unquote, which I don't like using as a term because I hate when Nate Diaz fans go and saying, "Oh, if there wasn't a round limit, Diaz would win every fight." No, he wouldn't. That's not how, that's just so stupid. Or if it was in the street, no. There's no inherent, superpower you get from fighting in the street over a professional MMA fighter, even if you are good. So no, I don't agree with that. Don't like Russian fighters. They don't have good striking. I think that's changing actually. I don't know. I mean, the other Nurmagomedov who fights in bantamweight, he's got good striking, very good striking. I think that's changing. Oliveira and New, I hope so. I hope so, man. Will Jones retire after beating Stipe, or will he fight Pavlich? He'll retire. I think either of them. There's going to be at least one retirement, whoever that is. Piotr Jan as well, Ivan. Very good point. Good to see you as well, by the way. Yeah, no, Jones will retire. Jones will retire, and I think Stipe will as well if he loses. Sean Jones, man, I wanted to fight Aspinall because I think Aspinall beats him very soundly, but I don't think we're ever going to get that fight, which is a shame. I think you can tell Jones, if you listen to the way Jones is talking in his press conferences recently, and it's just his interviews, you can tell he's on his way out. You can tell he doesn't want any part of it. I've seemed to have managed to get the lighting pretty bang on, right? The chroma key shimmer's gone. I know there's a bit of a weird glim around me that's just from the light, but bad is it? I know I look a bit weird, like in terms of just too illuminated, but it's better. How Islam was hugging for dear life for the legs. That's not how men fight. I mean, it's mixed martial arts, man. It's not fight to the death. I mean, if you want wrestling, I think smart. I don't blame him for his game plan. Umar, that's it. Apologies, I should have got that. And Usman, of course, in Bellator. Yeah, completely agree. Great kicks. Really good underrated strikers. I think, yeah, Umar Nurmagomedov is going to be a serious problem for that division. For sure. We'll see how they go. I mean, whoever mentioned it earlier about potentially Usman moving into the UFC when Bellator gets absorbed. I can see a world where it happens. Who knows? Obviously, I don't know the ins and outs of contracts and that, so we'll have to find out. But okay, let me put me a bit closer. Or am I? Does it look like I'm a bit far away? I can. That's a bit better. That looks like I'm out there a little bit more, right? I don't know. Islam's overlooking Charles. My man's talking about welterweight. He's going to get smoked by Leon. I hope so. If that fight ever gets made, I love Leon too. And I've been a Leon advocate for years. I've been cooked so much in the Reddit, in the MMA subreddit back in the day when I said he's the most underrated fighter in the division. And then he goes and knocks out Usman, and everyone, well, I don't think everyone loves him anymore. I think they did when he knocked him out. I think he's probably lost some fans a little bit, or the guys who, the casuals who got into him. Justin Gaethje, the only ginger in the UFC. He's got like a ginger beard, isn't he? But I wouldn't say his hair is like. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I don't know. Actually, it's a very good point. I have to make a I'll have to make a video on that. UFC Casual's Guide to Gingers. Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head. Probably a really obvious one that I'm missing. Bo Nickel, he's kind of ginger, right? He's bald though, but his beard is ginger. He's same as Gaethje. Jones didn't want to strike with Garn, and we were expecting a different kind of fight. He chose the easy way. Well, I don't think he chose the easy way. He chose the smart way. Taking Garn down was the right move. Garn naturally moves much better than Jones does on the feet at heavyweight because he's a natural heavyweight. But his defensive wrestling is poor, and Jones just capitalized on that. Do I know Cedric Doumbé? Yes, I do. I do now. At 9-second KO, it was crazy. Who wins, Pavlich or Aspinall? Aspinall. Aspinall beats everyone in that division. Absolutely. It's not even up for debate. Aspinall absolutely beats everybody. Bear with me. Yeah. I think Aspinall beats everyone in the division. I think he beats Jones. Everyone in that top 15. He is the future of the sport. Gaethje deserves the title shot next. Yeah, I think he does. I mean, beating Fiziev and beating Chandler and Fiziev and Poirier. Cool. Yeah, absolutely. I think he'll get it next. I think it's the logical decision, right? Aspinall gone. Who wins? Aspinall. It's Aspinall. Aspinall beats John Jones. He beats everybody in that division. Just look at his fights and watch the way he moves. Go back to watch the Arlovsky fight and onwards from there, and you'll see how good he is. Yeah, of course he beats Jones. Of course he beats Jones. I'll put my life he beats Jones. Absolutely. Reyes lost against Blachowicz. He did, yeah. And yeah, who said that? Jones lost against Reyes. I agree. 3-2. Gaethje is the only tough ginger I know. Right here. I'm fucking with you. I would not want to fight Justin Gaethje. I don't think anyone would want to fight Justin Gaethje. Yeah, Aspinall is the future of the sport. He's moving like Muhammad Ali at 260 pounds. No, he doesn't, man. You can say that. You can. You can say that because Aspinall is levels above everyone else. It's not even... Aspinall is the complete heavyweight. I honestly, I'm not even buying to the hype. Just watch the way he fights compared to everybody else in that division. It's not even close how much better he is than everyone else. Pavlich can defend Aspinall's takedowns, and he has more dangerous hands. I don't think he has more dangerous hands. He's got more power. As Pavlich has more power, that's it. Aspinall on the feet is way better than him. Just less power, but he's, striking wise, he's better. I don't know if I'm ginger. Yeah, I'm kind of like a weird half. The lighting kind of helps me. I'm like a sort of in half ginger, half not. I don't know these days. Poirier is so arrogant for someone who has no belts. Nah, he's not arrogant. He's just confident, like most guys in the game. I wouldn't say he's arrogant. Good fighter. One of the best. If he ends up leaving the game without getting a belt, he'll be one of the best to not do it. Same with Anthony Johnson. Rest in peace to that man. No, as I said, Kim, sorry, I'm going to come back to that because I'm passionate. I'm passionate about it. Aspinall beats him. Aspinall, of course Aspinall beats him. He beats Jones and he definitely beats Pavlovich. I mean, Pavlovich obviously can knock him out because it's heavyweight and he was also very dangerous. Cyril dodged the Aspinall fight. Yeah, he did. Of course he did. I mean, it was like a blatant duck. I don't blame him, though, because I think even he knows he'd probably lose. Garn's good. But realistically, he wants another shot at the belt. And I don't blame him for that. But Aspinall, I don't know what they're going to do with Aspinall because I think they wanted to make him versus Garn, but I don't think Garn wants the fight. So, I don't know what you make there. Aspinall Pavlovich for the vacant title, maybe. Or if they skip Aspinall, I think I'll be surprised. I think if you've got those three guys, really, who are kind of just at the top of the division, and then, you've got to pick two of them to fight for a presumably going to be a vacant title if Jones wins. So, I don't know. If Islam loses, no rematches. I don't know. They like their trilogies. They like their trilogies. So we'll see. Yeah, if you haven't already, guys, liking the stream would be hugely appreciated. You don't have to. The more likes we get on the stream, the more people we get in here, which means more fun conversations with all of you. So if you haven't, I would greatly appreciate it. Aladino is like Khabib, I don't know who that is. Aspinall, Garn, Pavlovich deserves a title shot. Yeah, they all kind of do. I think the logical matchup is Aspinall versus Sergey. Again, this is presuming they vacate if Jones vacates the title and retires if he wins, which I think is a closer fight than people think. I think Stipe has a very good chance. Aspen beats Pavlovich, he would gain loads of respect. I mean, yeah, but for me, I won't be surprised. I'll be very happy, but I will not be surprised in the slightest. Yeah, not yeah. I think he's better than people. I think he's been better than people. I think ever since he beat Arlovsky, I said he was going to be a champ because and that win has aged perfectly. Same with his one over Spivak. I know Spivak lost to Garn, but he's beat loads of guys in that division. And Arlovsky, even at his age, is still destroying up and comers. And Aspinall made him look like an amateur. Aspinall, honestly, no, I'm not going to say I'm an expert at this game, but if you want a pick that I can guarantee you, Aspinall getting the belt by the end of 2024 is one of them, 100%. Barring any injuries, of course. He 100% gets the belt. Do you think Leon beats Colby? Yes, I do. Again, I'm biased as hell, but I do think he beats Colby. I think he stuffs the takedown. I think Colby's getting too old. I think this is Colby's last dance, really. And if he loses, which I think he will, then he's done. Aspinall didn't get injured versus Blades. How would that fight ended? I think Aspinall would have TKO'd him. I could see. On the feet, that's where it is. Aspinall's more than capable on the mat as well. As good as Blade wrestling is, Aspinall's a BJJ black belt. His grappling is elite. But I think Aspinall would have put him out on the feet. Leon beats Colby, I think, yeah. I think he does. I think the stand up difference is huge. For Colby, his stand up worked against Usman stylistically because they're both that sort of scrappy wrestler. But no, it's if Leon keeps it on the feet, which I think he'll be able to do, I think he'll murder him. I know he could technically just not fight, but didn't Jones sign an 8-fight contract? I guarantee he leaves after this, assuming he wins. Yeah, I know, but I don't think you really think Dana and that site knew he'd sign that contract thinking he'd fight 8 fights because I don't think they did. Let's be real. I think he'll retire. Either way, I think if he loses, I don't know. I don't know what he'll do. But if he wins, he'll retire. Sure. I think even he knows he doesn't want any part of it with guys like the heavyweight up and comers. He does not, mainly Aspinall. Again, I know I'm absolutely, ranting about him. But I think even he knows he doesn't want to pick a fight with Tom. I mean, who does it that well to Volkov, right? And that wins aged well as well. Volkov just absolutely battered Taito Ivasa. Who else did he beat recently? Let me double check. He's on like a 2-3 fight win streak, right? Since he lost to Tom. Yeah. Rosenstrike, Romanov, and Tuivasa. Like, obviously not like title caliber, but they're elite level mainstays in the division. And Tom Aspinall made him look like a joke. I know he could technically just not fight. Oh, I've read that. I'm insane right now. Nah, who's spamming that emoji? Come on, man. Come on. Maybe I'm the only one on that train. Did I watch Islam's interview on ESPN? Mad arrogant. I hope he loses. No, I didn't see it. If he was arrogant, I mean, I'm not really surprised, but I think a lot of the times it's just confidence. And also selling a fight. You got to remember, half of the heavy lifting is done in media day. So, same with Charles. Like, there's obviously clearly a respect between those two, man. So I'm not. I don't think there's anything but bad blood or arrogance between them. There's no genuine hatred. It's yours truly. Come on, man. Come on. How long have we been going for? Damn, it goes by so quick. We're going for an hour and 20. That's fucking nuts. I haven't even done any editing today. Oh, God. Yeah, I chose to come on live stream to you guys instead because I felt like doing this more than I felt like editing the video. Don't know which is the better option. Maybe I should have done it the other way around because I know American viewers are more likely to be on later. So I had more of you in here. It depends on the time zones, obviously. I know you guys are all over the place in the world. So for me, it's 5 to 5 p.m. here. About to go 5 p.m. So I know time zones work everywhere. Obviously. Will Islam surpass Khabib on the GOAT list? I don't know, man. I mean, he doesn't have that aura of invincibility about him that Khabib ever had. But in terms of accolades, there's a very good chance he does, yeah. I think Khabib's legacy in terms of fight record and defenses is massively overrated. And it's held by the fact that he's undefeated. That's it. That's like the selling point. Khabib is not the GOAT, lightweight GOAT. Yeah, no, I don't think he is. I don't know who you'd give it to, though. Kind of a weird one, lightweight. Unless it's a really obvious one, which I'm just missing. I'm inclined to say Charles, but I mean, you could actually give him that. Lightweight's kind of, it's similar to bantamweight in that there's no real clear GOAT. Unlike other divisions where it's just like domination by one or two particular guys. Well, I mean, we'll see. If Charles wins the belt back here, it's hard to deny him, isn't it? Khabib's fought guys with 0-13, dying for the legs as they always do. Yeah, I mean, first bit, I kind of understand where you're coming from, but going for wrestling is, I got no problem with wrestling. It might be less entertaining to watch, but I don't think that's something to criticize. Obviously, I'd rather watch Charles Oliveira, but I don't think there's anything wrong with diving for the legs. That's what Khabib does. It's the dominance. Yeah, I can agree with that. He is dominant, isn't he? He is. I think it's just a shame he retired when he did. Like, I can understand his reasons. It's a personal thing for him, but I don't know. It's a shame he wasn't around for longer, because I think if he was, then there's not going to be any arguments. I think he lost around to Connor, and I don't like Connor, but no, Gleison Tebow as well. Khabib fought truck drivers, yeah. Dagestani farmers back in his early days. Allegedly. BJ Penn for lightweight GOAT? Potentially. I mean, obviously he won 2 belts, didn't he? Yeah, Penn's in the conversation, isn't it? It's Penn, Oliveira, or Khabib, isn't it? They're always the names that tend to come up. We should fight with the lightweight. I can't read. We should fight with the light heavyweight. Is it light heavyweight or lightweight title after 295? Oh, light heavyweight. That makes more sense. Ankalaev deserves it. Ankalaev. I don't know against who, but whoever wins it, right? Ankalaev. I mean, you could argue he deserved the belt. The judges kind of fucked him over, but I don't know. Someone against truck drivers, fought only strikers, lost around against the Notorious. I could tell you don't like Khabib, Kimso. I don't know why. I'm making a subtle little reading here. I don't think you like Khabib. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, losing around in 13 fights in UFC without having a scratch on your face is crazy. It is pretty crazy. I mean, his style does lend it to that, doesn't it? His wrestling is that good, so he's just able to use the fear of a takedown to be very defensively sound on the feet. You don't like Khabib, yeah? Well, there you go. Right, I've been going for quite a while now. I'm gonna jump off, get some editing done. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Though I might stream tomorrow. Fuck it. Maybe start streaming every day. Who knows? I'll try and announce it on the community tab or whatever, but I'm sure you guys will find your way. But Khabib is no joke. No, he is not. I wish we got more. Wish we got more of him. What I said about Volkanovski, same thing about Volkanovski. Appreciate him while he's here, because when he's gone, we'll miss him. I'll leave it on that. But thank you guys for tuning in. Good to see all of you guys are here in regularly. Means a lot. Thank you, Hank. Cheers. All right.